Thank you. When I was 5, I was rooting around in my parents' room, and in a drawer, I found a picture of my mother completely naked.
Oh, wow.
I now identify as a gay man. However, I was rooting around in her drawers for something to wear, so something was already cooking inside me, you know. Right. When I was asked to do the Vulgar show, I'm not a particularly vulgar comedian, I'm pretty clean. So I was trying to think what I could do, and I decided to go back to the root of it. I decided to go back to the root of obscenity. Do you know what obscene means? It actually comes from ancient Greek for off-screen, which means things that were too vulgar, and no one cares. Fuck off, I'm not going to talk about that tonight. I'm going to talk about the time that I fucked a sumo wrestler. Long story short, the bed broke. Right, yeah. I think my mom realized I was gay because I did not get the sex talk until I was 15 and Brokeback Mountain had come out. She wanted to get all the particulars in. She's like, right, you'll need a tent and you need to climb a mountain. Apparently lube is not a thing. Oh. Yeah. I want to talk tonight about my parents' sex lives, because when I was 9 and I had been taking a computer class in school, my father asked me, how do you delete things from the internet history? And so I got to know exactly what my father was into. And it was dogging. And I think that's why I have fleas. Yeah. Last year, I turned 30. And that's really not deserving of applause, but thank you. I turned 30 and I decided to treat my boyfriend, because my bed was shit. So I decided I'd treat him. We'd go and stay at a 5-star hotel, we'd get a king-size double bed, and we'd fuck it out. And it was great, because when we checked in at the hotel, the clerk looked at the screen and went, oh, you only have one bed. I know! I'm gonna fuck him tonight! You are gonna want the cleaning service, trust me! Don't leave a mint, because it'll get destroyed! And then when we checked out, I was leaving first and my boyfriend was gonna leave afterwards. And I went down to the desk and I put my key down and I was like, I'm checking out now. My lover will be checking out later. And I didn't get a reaction, so I was like, my bottom will be checking out later. Still nothing. I was like, the guy who plays Peach when we roleplay Super Mario will be checking out later. And then he told me to leave. So, I want to tell you about the time I lost my virginity. Don't worry, it is a grosser story than you are imagining. Because there was someone else in the bed. Hey, it wasn't my bed, it was my sister's bed, because my bed was too small. This is the story of my life. So, my sister was away, I had my boyfriend over, we were sleeping in her double bed, but also, it was New Year's, and we had with us our 8-month pregnant friend. She wasn't drinking, she was feeling pretty vulnerable, she'd been left by the guy who'd knocked her up. Oh, we were all 17, by the way, including her. This is a Vulgar show, guys, like, I kind of know what to tell you. And she was feeling very vulnerable, and she's like, I don't want to sleep alone tonight. We're like, oh yeah, you can sleep in the bed with us. And she fell asleep pretty quickly. And then we got to work. And it was my first time sucking a man's cock. And long story short, I vomited all over my pregnant friend. You know what? I think I was just giving a training for what it'd be like having a baby. Okay, guys, does anyone here have a fetish that they would be willing to share with a bar full of strangers?
I like being choked.
Nope. You like being okay, fine, whatever. He likes being choked. Oh, he's so edgy. Right. I used to date a guy who had a foot fetish, and I'm just gonna say it. I think having a foot fetish is like if you're in an orchestra and you play the triangle. Like, yeah, you're technically part of the team, but you could do much more interesting things if you put your mind to it. But he was really into feet, and so he was like, I want you to wear these. And I don't know, ladies, you might have tried this. It was a a little plastic shoe full of chemicals to make dead skin disappear. And he was like, yeah, your feet are gross. Please put these on so that I can do things to your feet. And I said yes, and I took them, and I tried to open it with my mouth. And I got a big helping of the excoriating chemical down my throat. And I had blisters all over my mouth for a week. I had to chug aloe vera. He still asked me to suck him off. And I did. I cried throughout, and he seemed to like that. So at least he did get a more interesting fetish. You know what the worst part is? The fucking things didn't even work. My feet remain disgusting to this day. So, that was great. I'm going to leave you with this, guys. I was traveling on the subway, and there was an extremely drunken woman. She was falling over repeatedly onto me, her hand brushing against my thigh, falling onto my leg at times. I would just prop her back up, and she just kept on doing it. And I was like, and then suddenly her stop came, and magically she was okay. She walked off the train. Guys, I met promising young women. And you know what? I passed the test. Because the only way to be a good guy is to be a gay guy. Thank you very much.